Hello and welcome to HTML tutorials. Today we are going to discuss about the HTML formatting. If you use a word processor, you must be familiar with the ability to make text bold or italicized or underlined. These are just 3 of 10 options available to indicate how text can appear in HTML and XHTML. We are going to discuss few more of these HTML formatting options today. The first one is a bold text. Generally, when we write a code, in our output, the text will appear in a normal form. To make it bold, we use B element. So the text that appears within B and /B element, that will be displayed in bold. Let us see that in an example. So this is a bold text example. We named it in the title, and the head is closed here and the body opened and body is closed here. In between there is a paragraph. The following word uses. This is a nested element system P. So we want to display this particular piece of content bold. Let's try this in a text. So we have the code ready in a text editor saying that this particular piece should look bold. Let us save this and run it. And you can see only this piece of content is displayed in bold. So this is how we make the font face bold by using B/B element. And the next one is italic text. So any text that appears within I and /I element, that will be displayed in italic. Let's try this too. Let's have a look at this code. Let's try this code. So our code is ready here in Notepad++, and we'll run this. We saved it and we'll run it. And you can see this particular part is displayed in italic form because the italic element is applied from here to here, I/I. And the next one is underlined text. So we use U and /U element to make the font underline. So same as the previous two example, the text between the piece of content between U and /U, this piece will appear with an underline in it. And the next option is strike line. Any text that appears in strike element will be displayed with a strike through. The code is pretty similar with the previous code. We write like strike and /strike. We'll try this in a text editor. So here is the code. The target is to make this strike through this particular piece. Save it and run. Yes, you can see the output. That particular word, that particular piece of content is striked out. To use this feature, we use strike /strike element. And the next one is monospaced font. What is this monospaced font? This deals with the width of the font. For example, M has more width compared to N. To get the same width to each and every letter we used in the element, we use TT slash dt element. Here it comes. Let us try this example too. Here you go. We have the code, this line here. The following words use monospace typeface. So we are trying to affect this particular part with a monospaced element. So save this and run in Chrome. So you can see that this particular part of the display is changed. So it is taking same space for each and every letter. It's not like, look, W has a bigger space, U has a smaller space, M has a bigger space, N has smaller space. So it will make equal space for each and every letter in the output. And the next one is superscript. What is this superscript? If you use sup/sup element, the content between these two tags will return in superscript. Let's try this example too. Then you will understand what exactly is a superscript. Here you go. We want to affect this particular piece with a superscript element. Save it and in Chrome. So you can see this. See the output here. This particular piece of content is lifted up. For that reason, we use this superscript option. And the next option, the next one is subscript. It's the same as a superscript, but it's gonna appear in a different way. We'll try this program too. So I'm writing this subscript code right next to the superscript code that we tried previously, so that you can see the difference very clearly. I'm saying, so we want to affect this subscript piece here, this piece of content here with the subscript element. I'm saving it, and let us run this in Chrome and see the difference. The first one is a superscript lifted bit up, and the second one is subscript bit lower to the text line. And the next one is deleted text and inserted text. Anything that appears between ins and /ins element is displayed as inserted text. So to insert any text, we need to delete something. So you can straightly erase the word from the paragraph to replace it with a different word. But this is actually a different system, very quite interesting element to try. So let us see how it works in our text editor. Here in this code, the target is to delete cola and insert wine in the cola place. So we use del /del element, it's a cola, and we are inserting wine in the place of cola. So save it and try to run this in Chrome, and you can see in the output the cola is striked out and the wine is underlined. So this is how we replace the existing word with a new word, but still you can see the old one here and it got striked out. And the next one is larger text and smaller text. The content of a big and /big element between these two elements will be displayed in a larger size font, and small element will be displayed in a smaller size than the rest of the font. Let us see how it works. Here you can see this big spelling is surrounded with the two tags, big and slash big. This is an element, and the small word is also surrounded with the two tags, small and slash small, and this is one another element. Let us try this. So you can read the code here, and it's a paragraph. We have two different paragraphs. The following words use a typeface. We are using a big element here to make this piece of content bigger, and this following words use a small typeface when we are using a small element here to make this particular piece of content smaller. And we are saving this and launching in Chrome, and you can see the big word is bigger than the rest of the font, and the small word is bit smaller than the rest of the font because of these elements surrounded to this particular piece of content. So these are the different formattings available in HTML. That's it for the session today, and we'll meet again in our next session. Until then, thank you and bye bye.